Okay, hi everyone. It's been a while, right? So it has been around like shortly over a year since I graduated and started adulting. So I thought I'll make a video of like a one year review about what I've been doing so far. So before we begin, so let me just change. So yeah, since I'm in front of the camera, right, I should at least put in some effort to look nice in front of the camera. I thought, yeah. So let's begin. Right. Just a short introduction of who am I. In case you are new to the channel, right, first time watching one of my videos. My name is Wei Jian, right? So I majored in computing science from Singapore Institute of Technology and University of Glasgow. So it's actually a joint degree by both of these university. I actually graduated last year, and prior to this, right, I actually had a diploma in cybersecurity, right, from Nanyang Polytechnic. But I realized actually cybersecurity is not really what I want to do. It's kind of boring in a sense, right? Not a lot of exciting things for me personally. So I actually went to study computing science in hope of finding what I want to do, right, in the field of computing science, right? There's a lot of domains in computing science. And eventually, I realized that I want to do like cloud computing, right? Somewhere along those lines. So career and professional development, right? So since graduation, thankfully, right, I've landed a job as a cloud engineer in ST engineering, which is something I'm interested in doing, right? As I mentioned, after going through 3 years pursuing the degree, right, I actually found I'm actually kind of interested in cloud computing. So as a cloud engineer in ST, right, uh, I actually touch on quite a lot of different stuff, right? My primary duties at the beginning were mainly actually writing a lot of Bash, PowerShell, and Python scripts, right, to interface with the cloud technology, right? And we actually expose these scripts, right, to the end users for them to consume, right? Be it to provision cloud computing resources, networking resources, this kind of stuff, right? And yeah, I'm still in the job, of course, right? I've not moved on from my role. Another one of my duties that we spent a few months doing was actually building like a CI/CD pipeline to generate like Windows and Linux images for our users to actually use to spin up their computing resources. Then more recently, right, I'm actually been touching a lot more on another automation tool called Ansible. If you are interested, you can perhaps go and Google about it, right? I'm not going to touch too much on what I do in my job, but essentially, I think my career since adulting for a year personally has been great. I really enjoy the job. It's a good working environment, good colleagues, good pace of learning, everything like this. Personally, I kind of enjoy it more than university. University was kind of hectic. I'll say, right. I think I've been working for a year, and so far my experience has been great. I'm enjoying it more than I enjoyed uni. I'll be honest. Okay, so next is on education and personal growth. Right now, at least in the next maybe 3 years, I personally do not see myself pursuing further studies, right? Be it masters, be it PhD, this kind of stuff, right? Or maybe even a specialized diploma. Uh, at least I could see myself pursuing technical certifications, which I've currently already have two since I started my job, right? I got a certification from GitLab and a certification from Nutanix, right? Honestly, the problem with me is I generally do not like to study, right? I've never been the kind to like mark for stuff. Really, it's not my kind of thing. Like, it's kind of challenge to me lah, right? It's tough, right? That's why maybe uni was kind of tough for me. Just 3 years just mugging, trying to maintain my grade. On top of that, juggling like project work, this kind of stuff. So, but of course, I try my best because technical certification, end of day, it's kind of like a own time, own target kind of thing. And thankfully, my company don't really pressure us to go for this kind of certification. Rather, they actually encourage and support us quite dynamically, such that they don't give deadline. And if you need funding, you can actually request for it, right? They actually then you can actually apply for like exam leave, even it's unlimited, right? Pretty cool. Right? So and I try to make use of it as much as I can, but yeah, I need a lot of self-discipline for this. I'm looking to actually looking to get these 2 certs soon, right? Specifically Scrum Master and Red Hat Certified System and Administrator cert. Hobbies and interests, right? I gotta say, right, I actually pick up a lot of new hobbies and interests in the last 1 year, at least in the whole my entire life, right? Because honestly, in the past, I'm like a homebody, right? I stay at home, just like play games with my friends all day, every day, this kind of stuff. It's a pretty like common hobby, right, among guys, right? Just going home, play games with your friends on Discord, this kind of stuff. But in the last year, right, I actually ran into this. My intern, right, my colleague actually introduced me this place, right, in Singapore. It's actually a maker space, right? They actually conduct like free workshops for people to learn about 3D printing, sewing, this kind of stuff. So I actually went for a 3D printing starter session, and ever since then I've been hooked on all the different machines there. So like one of the things like as part of a maker culture, like it's actually laser cutters, right? Laser cutters engraving. So I actually learned how to operate the laser cutter and engraving machine to like engrave this A3 art. I have yet to hang it on my room, but yeah, I think it's really nice. There's more, right? 2 more pieces here, right? See, like one over here. Here. Right, yeah, I'm not gonna show everything, right? If you're interested, you can check out my Instagram, right? I post usually all my maker related short stories in my Instagram. I actually archive them on my profile if you're interested of all the stuff I've made so far. So yeah, through this hobby, I actually use it as a source of side income, right? I utilize all these skills that I learned, right, through the hobby to make like commissioned products for people on Carousel. Yeah, so extra income, right? Maybe I'll talk about like relationships and social life and the next topic, right? So actually around last year, right, something pretty sad kind of happened, right? My relationship with like my sisters, right, kind of turned pretty bad. But personally, deep down, I kind of saw it coming. But a bit of me hope that it could get better when as time passed. But clearly, it did not, right? So it's so bad to the point that they kind of just straight up say that they didn't really see me as a younger brother at all to begin with, which was yeah pretty hurting. But I've moved on since then. Try not to think too much about it. And honestly, after I give it some thought, it kind of changed my aspect. It kind of changed my view on family quite a bit, right? Such that family is kind of a empty word to me at the moment, right? I kind of don't know what it means to me now. So yeah, so you might be asking, then what does your mom and dad mean to you, right? I guess they are my mom and dad, right? I don't really say they are family. I don't say this kind of stuff, right? I try not to use the word family that much nowadays until I find out what it means to me again. Don't get me wrong though, I do love my mom and dad. I love them eternally, right? And eternally grateful. They supported me all the way, right? Even till now, right? Had no doubts about my path. They never once had a doubt on my career path, my education path. Fully supported me. Like, super great. Can't ask for a better mom and dad, right? Love them. But yeah, it's just my sisters are kind of demons. And yeah, maybe next thing is I met a lot of new people, right? Mainly through my time poking around in the maker space. Met different people from all walks of life. And my colleagues, right? My colleagues are wonderful, right? Great people, smart people. I get a lot of different perspective, right, from all these people I met on my life, and yeah, kind of expanded my worldview quite a bit, right? I was, how do I put it? I'm kind of a homebody kind of person, right? In the past, I like to stay at home, this kind of stuff. But as I grow older, my attention span kind of get worse. I'm not too sure why, such that I prefer to see new stuff, expose new stuff, right? This kind of thing. I don't like to stay put as much as before. Now I tend to head out almost every weekend nowadays. I realize to explore, see new stuff, this kind of stuff, right? Which I'm not sure. Maybe it could be part of me is trying to search for the answer of what family means to me. So next thing, goals and future plans. Perhaps I'll start with my career goals and future plans. I still do see myself being working on the cloud engineer space for a while, right? My interest in that field has not really fully died out. In fact, it's still quite fresh. I still got a lot to learn and this kind of stuff, right? I'll probably try to see where I stand in the market around sometime early next year. As for long term, right? I've actually thought of hoping in a long term, sometime in my career, right, to perhaps get a job overseas, right? Not just like go there for a few weeks, that kind, like literally get a job at a country overseas and just stay there for a few years to try out, right? Hopefully, right? Perhaps if the opportunity arises, I'll probably try to go for it, right? While I still don't have much tying me down to Singapore. This is probably something I hope to try in the next, maybe hopefully, an opportunity comes by in the next 5 years, and if everything's okay, perhaps I will take it, right? And perhaps also I'll try to discipline myself more to actually try to get more technical certifications, right? Perhaps set a goal to get maybe at least 4 per year, right? Yeah, I hope that turns out well. Yeah, so essentially these are my just a short goals and future plans that off my head I have, right? I've never really sit down and think hard about it before, but yeah, this has been off my mind for a while now. Then next, maybe my goals and future plans for outside of my career would be maybe expose myself to more hobbies, right? Meet more new people, and also I would like to probably take up a class on something more physical related, right? Perhaps maybe I've been poking around the idea of taking up a martial art class, maybe in boxing or something, right? We'll see how it goes, right? So lastly, to close the video, right, let me just perhaps say some stuff I'm grateful for in the past year. So I'm grateful to my mom and dad, right, especially to that supported me throughout this year, and hope they can continue to support me in the future, right? I'm grateful to my friends, especially the friends I made in uni, right? They've been really great people that I get to travel with often too, right? Super wonderful. Then next thing, I'm grateful to my colleagues, right? That it's a really nice place to work, right? I'm grateful to them for making my job a nice place to work. Learn a lot, right? Help each other out, this kind of stuff. So yeah, that's the end of my video. I'll probably be uploading a video sometime in the end of the year, as I'll be actually going to Taiwan in November, and I'll probably make a vlog about it too. So yeah, cheers.